project Songwriting with Soldiers is a way to sort of use songs to bridge the gap, which I call it the invisible divide, or make-believe divide even, between military communities and civilian communities, using songs. The way I approach these things, I know it might feel a little awkward, but it's all about a conversation, and it's all about talking. So I'm always curious about, like, why did you join the military?
I kind of was hesitant about it. I kind of thought, it was going to be one of those cheesy things where there's like this template and he picks and chooses words to make it sound like, he's putting this song together, but you could use anybody's words and put them in there. But it really wasn't like my expectations at all. He's really there to experience your story.
It just kind of transformed from just having the conversation about, okay, these are my experiences, these are the things that I went through when I was in the military, this is what life was like, and he made it into a song.
I used to think that I didn't wear a uniform till I realized I wear the same thing every day. And everybody's wearing a uniform. Underneath the uniforms are human beings. So let's get beneath the uniforms and look at the human being. And when you get at that level, there's like a massive amount of commonality, and people are never who you think they are. Never. But when you start talking, and then when you use something like the collaborative songwriting process, there's information comes out and stories come out that you wouldn't get in a normal conversation. It's all about making a song. And so great things happen that bridge that gap.
People ask you questions about your experience. Instead of thinking about an answer, it's just this rehearsed answer you tell people, just because you're so used to getting asked these same questions over and over again. You no longer even process it, and you disconnect from your own story, really. I think through the process, his process, the songwriting, I really reconnected with it.
I don't think a lot of us talk about what happened when we were overseas, or the things that happened to us when we were in the military, what it's like to come back. It was definitely a good chance to open up and to kind of express some of that without feeling like people are like looking at you strange, or just the fact that a lot of people just don't understand. It was very emotional. It's very emotional because you hear these parts of your story just told in such a way that you've never really looked at from that perspective. It's a really profound thing.
There's a genuine interest in I think, feeling your story and, getting to know you during this process.
Songwriting with Soldiers is based on the concept that everyone has a story. And the telling of that story to someone who is hearing your story and then transforming that story back into a song and singing it back to you, that combination of a story being heard, coming back to you and being heard, is really powerful, because we all want to be heard. So the person that hears you, if you have a story, the person that hears you, you'll always be grateful, especially if that person is different than you. And on the surface, you think that person has no reason to listen to you. And when that person actually hears you enough to translate it into a piece of art, that's a big deal. And it creates lifelong connections and bonds.